Well, hi, everyone. This is going to be the follow-up video. Yesterday, we did the first primary one, which is on the new incentives. And then we had the Q&A. And after watching the Q&A, realized that we needed to have some more clarifications. So I'm providing more information. And let me share my screen with you. Here we go. So in continuation, this is a part of Take a Look, a further explanation. So more details on the incentives, building a successful business. Okay, so we have the powerhouse. So the powerhouse consists of a new consultant and 3 new customers. Very simple, just 2 parts, a new consultant and 3 new customers. Now, questions were asked about, well, can this be an old consultant that's coming back? As long as they're considered a new consultant, that's what creates a powerhouse. Now, as we know and had further discussed, anybody, any consultant can participate. So for the first 3 months, it's going to be, we won't really have to distinguish too much here. So definition of a house is 1 new consultant and 3 new customers. So let's look at the rules that were created, and we'll just go over these because these are very important and should answer most all questions. So from January to March of 2023, all consultants, current and new, can utilize this tool, the Powerhouse, and get their 3 customers and their new consultant and earn the rewards. After March, starting in April through December, only new consultants can utilize this through a special launch window, and they have their sign-up month plus 2 additional months to take advantage of utilizing and creating a powerhouse. So this, to make this really clear, so after, when April starts, then only new consultants can utilize this, and they have their sign-up month. So if they signed up in the 2nd week of April, they have 2 weeks in April, and then they have May and June, 2 additional months to take advantage of utilizing the powerhouse strategy. The requirements: new customers who start a wellness home by purchasing a PyMag water system through the Wellness Home Startup link, which will be introduced the beginning of January 1st to 3rd, somewhere in that time frame. So there'll be a special site. It's going to be about PyMag water. It's going to be about water. It's going to be very important to the new customer and a great place to send people to. So that's where the new customers go. So build a Nikan Powerhouse, 3 customers and 1 new distributor within a calendar month. Okay, so it's always within a calendar month. It doesn't matter when they sign up, if it's the 3rd week, the 2nd week, the 1st week, it's again, they have the time in that month or the next month to continue on and build this. So if they were new and it was April, they started, let's say, the 3rd month of April, then they'd have that 1 week there, and then two more months following that to take advantage of building a powerhouse. And I'm going to cover this more in details, but this is a strategy. This is a tool. This is, just something that you can utilize if the circumstances are right and they fit for the person that you're dealing with. Okay. Now, the new consultant needs to do 500 personal point volume. So I'm going to explain this further because this is important, but that new consultant's volume could come from him signing up his first customer for his first powerhouse. You follow what I'm saying here? So you sign up the new consultant, he then has to do 500 to count, right, for your powerhouse. So he signs up a customer that buys from the special site and generates 457 points. That goes towards his 500, so he doesn't have to do much more to be qualified for you, and then you would complete your powerhouse. That's very important to understand. So here's the reward, and again, I'm going to go into more detail on this reward, but it's $60 for each one. So you don't have to do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. It's each one you get $60 bonus. For each one you get your retail commission, which is 20%. And for each one you'll earn a rebate based on your rank and what you're entitled to. So that's great. So you can start, you get 1, you get 2, you get 3. If you complete the powerhouse in a 30-day period of time in that month, I should say the calendar month, then you get that additional bonus of $120. Now, on top of that, the upline, the sponsor above the person that's just created the powerhouse will get a $200 bonus for assisting in that. And so those are the rewards for the powerhouse. Okay. Powerhouse facts. I think this is an important piece of information that should clarify a number of areas, but it's a tool. So it was created and designed to give you something to talk about or dangle, so to speak, in front of somebody else to get them interested in jumping on board, to have some meat and potatoes, so to speak, to have some value, something worthwhile. So if you do something, man, you get a worthwhile exchange for doing so. Now, all consultants can create a powerhouse from January 1st to the end of March 2023. Starting in April, this is only for new consultants again, and they have their sign-up month and 2 additional months to take advantage and create powerhouses. And after that, then they don't get to play. It's again only for new people. That's why it was designed for new folks that are getting involved with the business, and it's a strategy to allow them to, effectively talk to the people they know, create some customers, create a new distributor, build their business, and create some nice cash flow to get things started while things start to develop. And again, the idea, this is a tool to attract attention. So when you sign up a new consultant as part of the powerhouse, and then the new consultant can create the required volume by signing up a customer and starting their own first powerhouse. Each new customer gives that consultant a $60 bonus, and there's no limit on the number of customers that purchase the waterfall from the special site, okay? And when you create the 3 new customers and the 1 new consultant in a month, then you gain that additional $120 bonus. So here's the picture, cash bonus, 1, 2, 3. This will be the future site. And that'll be starting on January 1st. Here you got the 1, 2, 3 customers, and they purchase the powerhouse, the waterfall, and they're not limited just to purchase that if you have a customer in that, but that's what they're going to start with. Any additional orders, you create a second order and get them what they want to get. And then, of course, once you complete that, you earn this $120 bonus. So you build the powerhouse, it's $120 bonus that's paid on the following month. So you do it in January, you get paid for it in February, the bonus. The 3 new customers, the $60 each, if that's what you had, that also would be paid in February if you did that in January. The retail income, that you get paid weekly. So you got that coming in weekly, but the total is about $580. I was working with a silver on this and figured out that their rebate bonus on them creating a powerhouse was $93. So the 580 plus the 93 is almost $600, and it was $673. So not a bad amount of money for doing 1 powerhouse. So there's a nice incentive here. Okay, so let's summarize again. So each powerhouse will generate a minimum of $580 in income based on retail, the $60 per customer, and the $120 bonus for creating the powerhouse completion. And here I've shown that you can make up to $675 with the rebates if you were, say, a silver, a gold or a platinum. If you were less than that, then it would be slightly less than that, because you were earning your rebates as you move up with the creation of volume. The volume generated will be approximately 1,871 points. Each new customer has a volume worth 457, and that does include shipping. And then, of course, you need the distributor volume. And again, they have to create their 500 points. And that can be done in a number of different ways. And again, strategy, whatever is required, whatever direction you want to take there. But as long as you get the 500 points, then you complete the powerhouse. Therefore, one could do 3 powerhouses, get 5,600 points, and then add an additional 387 points to get to the silver rank. And if you look at the structure and how this was done with the number of people, you'd easily qualify with the volume requirements that exist for silver. And so that wouldn't be a difficult task. But the benefit of doing this in a calendar month is 1,800 plus, more like 1,900 or maybe even more if you sold more product. So it's a really nice incentive. It's definitely doable. And it's worthy of the strategy. And again, thinking about this, if you were introducing a new person who had their own new warm market, this is a perfect strategy for getting them going and getting them to silver and getting it done in a 1 month period of time. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the sponsor bonus. So here, again, we signified this earlier, you get a $200 bonus plus your overrides on a consultant that's developing their powerhouses. So again, the same thing, it could be as much as $300 bonus, including overrides. Let's look at it. So each powerhouse will generate a minimum of 200 for the sponsor, and with the overrides earned based on rank, reach almost $300. And therefore, to help someone get to silver as a sponsor, this could be worth $600 to $700. Well, that's really nice. Okay, you help somebody get there. It's a lot different than it used to be, that's for sure. So very beneficial, and therefore the sponsor, and when they get together with the new person, there's a, coin the word vested interest. There's a vested interest in him helping that person get the job done. So very worthy target. Okay. So let's take a look at some networking facts related to this. So see how this comes into play. The business works when someone buys a product. Okay, that's simple. The business works when an individual signs up as a consultant and then finds customers and other consultants who repeat these activities. The business works when your customers benefit and get results. And the business works when you generate a viable income based on what you want. The business works when you have more success than failures. And there really is no such thing as failure. However, there is a lack of doing what needs to be done, which could create a circumstance which looks like failure. You need to work and do the activities that are known to get results if you want results. And the more you understand, the easier this becomes. The business is based on smart work, not hard work, although working hard is a good thing. and getting what you want simply takes time and doing the activities, and you will arrive when you have done what is required. So there's no magic. It's just simple facts that create the results that you want to create. Now let's take a look at the 18K Club. Since the first video was done, the company changed it to develop one new silver in a month. So we now have a new slide here. So if we develop one new silver in a month and we do 3 in a 3-month period of time, then we get the prize. We get the 18K Club and the additional $1,000 bonus. Now I'm going to give an example shortly. You've seen this example before, but I really want you to pay attention to this example of utilizing this strategy to build your business to gold, platinum, beyond, and then also build your downline organization and teams to the 18K Club, gold, platinum, and beyond, and create some really nice long-term residual income. Okay. So with the 18K club, the idea is that you also reach gold. That's the idea. That's what we want to try and accomplish here, but not just with volume. And you'll see that's the current requirement. So we want to do it with other business builders that have goals in mind and want to reach them. And so you're not alone. You have a team, and the team's on the same page working together versus you by yourself and maybe some non-committal person. So this is a whole different idea and concept to getting up and building to the higher ranks. So the current gold requirements, the OPV, that's the organizational point volume requirement, is 15,000 a calendar month. Now, of that, 5,000 has to be outside of the primary leg, and outside of the primary and secondary, you have to have 1,500 points. Okay. Now, if you did the 18K club and helped your new distributors create some depth in their group, you could easily meet these qualifications and become a gold. But more importantly, you would have 3 key business builders who are going to help you because they also have goals that they want to reach. And that's the concept that becomes important. It's not you by yourself, it's you and a team are moving up and achieving these accomplishments. And you'll get a flavor for what you want to accomplish long-term by utilizing this strategy. So then once you get to gold and you have other people reaching gold, then getting up the platinum diamond becomes more realistic. And that's how we all did it, was based on having other people help us. So in the process, if you did this over 3 months, then your total potential earnings are approximately $3,100, including all bonuses, commissions, rebates, and overrides. There could be more, and but based this. So then, the 18 Club and achieving gold and how it would work by building depth in your group and utilizing the powerhouse strategy. So you can see the gold at the top, and there's 1, 2, 3 silver groups, and it's down 3 levels below. Well, you can just add up, you know, you did. So this is coming from another slide, which you're going to see again in the progression of building the business. But the growth continues first with 3 frontline silver and the 18K club. So because you have 3 months to do that, your number 3 happens in the 3rd month, and that gives you the 18K club. Your number 1, he's getting his 2nd silver, which is the 1B. He's already got the first one, 1A, and 1A is developing a silver underneath him. So the 1A, the 1B, the 2A, and the 3S each are doing 6,000 points. Well, right there is 24,000 points. So you can see how a gold would create, you know, that how you'd create 15,000 points to qualify as a gold. But here's really what's important. The benefit of gold is to be paid to the 3rd level. I mean, again, there's no prize in just the rank unless there's some volume to be paid on. That was the idea of this plan. So as a gold, you get paid down 3 levels. So you get paid on the 1st level, 2nd level, and 3rd level. And as you progress in time, this becomes really significant to your residual income. But in this particular month, you've done approximately 24,000 with this example, qualifies gold, potential income 1,600 plus the 18K bonus of 1,000, total of $2,600. All right, now we're started. Now we got a good group. We've got some teams happening, and we're utilizing this strategy of the powerhouse. And not necessarily in every case, all the time, everywhere, but it's part of a strategy, and so on and so forth. So how do you make this work? What is that strategy in putting this together, right? So the first action would be to start by creating a plan. And that plan is designed to help you get what you want. So you have the overall plan that you're going after, and maybe that's, say, 50K for the year, which is going to give you an average of 4,000, but you're just starting out. So you're not going to make 4,000 your first month, but you could quite easily average that over the 12-month period of time if we built it right, correct? So that's the idea. Next, you'd want to see what that possibly might look like. Now, the previous picture and the pictures you're going to look at in the future are examples of how to see what it might look like, the number of people, the volume that they would produce, the levels that they're on, to give you a visual of where you focus your attention and what needs to get done. And of course, there's plenty of videos on daverolf.com to help you with that. And of course, you've got a sponsor and you've got mentors that will help you provide that information, but that's important. And then this would be followed with the strategy that you would use to get action, especially using this new incentive program starting January 1st. From here, then the normal aspects of what you do to build an organization and a team and create lots of customers and distributors would apply. So the normal stuff that we always do every day, that's always done. This again is just an additional tool to say, okay, man, this is pretty exciting. If you do this, this is what we get. And if that's motivating to somebody, then then go for it. That's all I can say. All right. So there's several ways to earn and grow the business that now that you could put this in your plan, right? The Powerhouse strategy, $600 for each one that you build. We all have till the end of March to create as many as you want. Then starting in April, this strategy will only be available to new distributors. And they will have their sign-up month plus 2 additional months. That's one strategy. Number 2 is developing your distributors and helping them create powerhouses. And then, earning the $200 in the overrides, helping people get to the 18K club and the $1,000 bonus. And then the third strategy, obviously, is building your downline team and leaders and creating volume and setting up and earning the, leadership bonuses for doing so longer term. It's more residual income. So again, starting out, the way I used to start off with was I'd want to get to a question of, well, would you be interested in making an extra $5,000 or $10,000 a month or whatever the conversation led to. And I think here we have an additional tool. We have the ability to make $1,800 to $2,000 in the first month. I think that's pretty hot, very exciting. And that could be very attractive. And again, it could be an additional income. It could be, this could turn into easily, you could expand this to almost 5,000 the first 120 days. You could, take this out and really do some homework and see how easy it would be to get to the $50,000 to $100,000 in a year by just building the right structure and utilizing the right information and utilizing the right tools. And then by helping your team get to the 18K club and go gold and then moving on to reach platinum, you're going to add another $3,000 to $5,000 into your pocket. And then, the trip to the national convention. And then if you do the elite program, then you can, get, travel around the world, and that'll give you sponsoring. I mean, just so many benefits that can happen as a result of playing this game and this new strategy. And at the same time, we want to keep in as many of the other things that are working and very successful. So it doesn't take much to see how this could easily catch on fire and grow like mad. And that's the whole idea. So let's now look again at the plan and the strategy. So going silver with 3 powerhouses. So again, utilizing this so you get the idea of what the powerhouse can do and how significant it is. And if this were a new person, again, this would be probably a lot easier because they got a complete warm market that they can deal with. And 97% of the people that come in come from a warm market, right? So new distributor, they create 3 powerhouses, they generate the volume, they reach the silver level, they make themselves $1,800. You as the upline sponsor are going to make about $700. So it's a nice exchange for helping them get there. Okay. So special note here, and this is important. When you enroll your new distributor consultant, in order for you to complete the powerhouse, they must do 500 PPV, right? Now, the definition from Nikan about PPV, personal point volume, is used to determine rank advancement and monthly qualifications. It is the accumulated personal point volume of product orders placed under a consultant's distributorship account. Therefore, volume could come in part from getting a new customer for their first powerhouse which be the 457. And this could be part of your strategy to build your teams and your downline. So just a special note to pay attention to. So in other words, when your distributor, your new consultant, which is part of that powerhouse structure, their first order could be a customer that buys a special waterfall, and they start their first powerhouse. So something to think about. All right, so now month 2. Okay, so the first month we've gone silver. Second month, now we're going to build our organization. So we're going to help one of those distributors do their first 3 powerhouses. Now, it could be something else. It could be other products. It could be, again, it's just a concept here, right? For the new silver, they're going to be looking for new prospects. They're going to be, introducing their new customers to wellness homes to further those orders. So this, again, is your business. So you're paying attention to a number of moving pieces. But in month 2, you develop your first front line and get them to silver with the powerhouse strategy. Your organization generates a little over 6,000 points if that's all it did. If it did more, then it would be more. You have 1 silver below you on your first level. You're 1/3 of the way to your 18K club. This is the first month. And the income potential here is about $700 from helping number 1, and number 1 would earn about $1,800. What's really important here is the income within your organization that's being created, because that's income that's allowing people to do the business, which means that they're out talking to people and encouraging them to take a look so that the organization will grow. The more money that's in your organization, the bigger it gets. It's really a simple fact. Okay, let's look on month 3. So again, same concept, same idea, except now number 1's helping his number 1 go to the silver level, and he's finding more prospects. You're helping your number 2 do the same thing. And again, in this particular scenario, if you just add up, you could have anywhere 13 to 15,000 in volume, which means you could reach gold or be really close. And, with a little extra work or sponsoring a couple more people or selling some more product could get the job done. But what's really important here is you've now starting to see some depth happening in your structure starting to take shape. Income here, just on this picture, about 1,000, maybe more. You'd earn about 300 for your number 1 because he's building the business. You're now got the override stage, leadership bonuses, and this other new person, you're going to get the 700 for helping them get to silver. Both 1A and 2 are going to make approximately $1,800 each. Again, more energy within the group. But I think you're getting to a message of how this works, how it grows. But you have to put your attention on that growth. You have to dictate or direct activities that help create that. That's part of the program. Now, month 4, again, we have the final picture here of the person going gold. They complete their 3rd silver. They've done now the 18K club, generated about 24,000 in volume this month, so they've got that. And they make about $2,600 because they got the $1,000 bonus. And we're at month 4 here. But we've really started to establish a nice organization. We've got some teams forming, especially with number 1. Number 1's 1 person away from creating an 18K club. And again, this is going to be the objective, as you will see moving forward. So the idea then is to create the plan, draw it out, understand how many leaders or teams that you need, understand how much volume needs to be created, use the powerhouse to start your teams, push depth, get motion going down in downward direction, and keep directing the group to build their groups using the powerhouse. Create 18K clubs in all legs and on each level you can, because that's going to create stability. And set targets and go after them and get results. Understand what makes this work, that chart I gave you before, and this. When excited individuals get results that are meaningful, and this helps them live better lives, and they can feel proud about what they are involved with, therefore, They want to share this with others so they can have the same benefits. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. When you're proud about what you do and you're excited about what you're doing and you're getting what you want to get, you want to tell as many people as you can. All right. So this was an example for training purpose to give you an idea of what to do and how to make this work and the potential that could happen, okay? It's not the only way. So, and it's not the only way that you could build a business, but it could be a very profitable one. And so the idea is to create a plan using this as a strategy to help. The results you get will depend upon the work you put into doing the activities that are known to create the results. The company's given us this wonderful tool, and it's awesome. And if you use it correctly, then you saw what could happen and what could be real for many, many people, right? So as part of a homework assignment, it would be to create as many different scenarios utilizing this that you could, because there's just not one way to do this. There's many ways to do it. It depends on circumstances. And remember, not everyone has the same resources, time, people, and money. Create longer runways, different combinations, different product mixes, different people mixes, and again, but with the same end result, moving up the plan, going from the bottom, moving to the top, and of course, accomplishing what you want. So again, here's to an awesome 2023. And so thank you very much for being on here. I'm sure we're going to have many more questions. And between now and when we launch this in January 3rd on the kickoff call, there may be some more changes that the company has. And if so, we will make the appropriate changes. Again, this has been recorded. It will be posted, and we'll create a new PDF for this presentation. Again, thank you very much for being on here and listening to this Stop the Share. Happy holidays to all, and we'll talk to you next time.